Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban mpenzi mtazamaji, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Natumai mzima buheri wa afya. Jina langu ni Haifa Muhammad na karibu katika kipindi kipindacho Upeo wa Asubuhi ndani ya kitengo Gumzo La Vijana. Mpenzi mtazamaji, leo ni furaha na bashasha kuwa naye mgeni mwingine ambaye atatuangazia masuala mengi kuhusiana na vijana ikiwemo uongozi. Na leo tunaye mgeni mmoja shupavu pia kijana kama sisi ambaye ataweza kutuelezea zaidi kuhusiana na swala zima la uongozi. Tutafahamu kwake uongozi ni nini hasa upande wa vijana, na tukielekea kwake atatuelezea zaidi tuweze kumfahamu yeye ni nani.
Kwa majina naitwa Stephen Kamau. You can also refer to me as Casti or Guest. And Haifa, thank you for having me here today. Ingawa kuna baridi leo, lakini tunashukuru tumeweza kufika. And I'm so excited to be here.
Karibu sana, karibu sana. Na kabla tujaelekea katika mada yetu ya leo, Stephen, tungependa tufahamu wewe unashughulika na nini? Unafanya kazi gani?
Kwa leo nimekuja hapa on behalf of Peace Pulse Network. We are an organization that deals with peace across different regions. Mostly we are based in Nairobi. That is our startup, the slums in Majengo. But we're aiming to grow and to reach more community. Nashughulika na maswala ya vijana, the youth. So that's why I'm here today. We're going to be discussing on the impact of leadership among the youth and how the youth are taking the role of being leaders in the community. And our aim is shaping youths, though at least in the next coming few years, we'll also have people who are wanaweza kujana ideas. Mtu anaweza simama pale mbele na akisema kitu, we as the youth tunaweza mfuata sababu you are seeing one of us ako pale juu. Yeah, so that is our aim. And as nimesema niko in the youth administration department, and my work is to mobilize the youth and run their affairs across the network.
Thank you so much. Asante sana Stephen kwa kuweza kutuelezea unafanya nini, unahusiana na kitu gani. Tukiendelea ama tukielekea katika mada yetu ya leo, ni kwamba tulikuwa tunaangazia swala zima la uongozi vijana. Na tungependa kujua nini haswa uongozi. Maana kuna wengine, kila mtu ana tafsiri yake ya uongozi. Kuna mtu uongozi wake ni wa kibabe, kuna mtu uongozi wake ni wa kujigamba. Yani tunataka kufahamu pia ni zipi ambavyo vigezo, which are the qualities of a good leader.
There are people who are leaders by name. Kuna mtu anaitwa leader sababu ni leader. Yeah, we've seen this in our spaces where you refer to someone as a leader, mlishamuelect, but there is no impact in what you expecting him to do. I mean the space that mlimweka. So there are certain qualities that come in line with you to be called a leader who is in action. You're not supposed to be, for you to be a leader, si lazima ukue in the bigger spaces. We are not supposed to see you kwa TV kila wakati. We are not supposed to, for us to call you a leader, si lazima tukuone in those suits. It's some qualities that come along with you and what people see and wanaweza kuita leader wenyewe. It's not you calling yourself. And among these qualities, there's one that we work with sana, inaitwa communication. Before we came to come to ground as Peace Pulse, we've been working online. We've mobilized a team. And first I would also want to thank the team that we are working with at the moment. They are very communicating and we've got brilliant minds. So the aspect of communication, being part of a quality and a leader anafaa kuwa nayo, it brings that clarity to us is wote tunajua. This leader, in terms of anything, we can rely on him to communicate on time and we can see what action can be taken. At point tunajipata we have leaders who are so selfish. You want to do everything by yourself. So we plan for a meeting. Tunasema leo tunakuja kupata na meeting. But then that is when you're starting to communicate what you expect at that moment. Now you create an environment of robots. People don't know what is going on. They're expecting you to make abrupt decisions that we can run with. So unapata at the end of the day, it might not go as planned. Sababu even the people who you're communicating to, hawako wamejipanga wenyewe. So this is a very key aspect, and this has helped us to be where we are today, sababu even if there was an error, the leader was who is our leader, Shirima, he was so fast to communicate na anawaambia, you know, I want this area and this area to be corrected this way and this way. Another aspect, tunaweza sema, we also need a leader mwenye his ability to make decisions, the quality of decision making is very high. At point tunajipata we have situations zenye we need abrupt decision and we need to take care of them with no time. So if you have a leader mwenye mkimwambia we need to do this, alafu at the end anaambia sasa tutadu. You know, we are going to have an environment yenye sisi wote tumechanganyikiwa. Now we start coming up with different ideas, they are not working. Tunaona idea ya huyo iwaka, idea ya huyo iwaka. So it's good we have a leader mwenye he's fast to making decisions. Hata akikuja with those decisions that we now have to sit down and discuss on the right decision, they're all going to favor the situation at hand. Another thing I was also thinking that might have influenced where we are at the moment, and is also a quality that is very important in every organization, the aspect of visionary thinking. You can't start an organization thinking about today. You know, you have to start something ukijua where are we going to be in the next 5 years. How are we going to run this thing in the next 5 years? In 5 years, that is just an example of years. You might even have a short-term plan for like a year before you proceed to the next plan. So if we have a leader mwenye his vision is so bright na he has that ability ya kujua, if we run things in this plan and this manner and this action, in the next 5 years we're going to excel. Even though there are challenges on the way, the challenges tunaweza weza kuzitackle, and we're going to be there with no time. And also the aspect of adaptability. Actually our organization is based more on the quality yenye tunahitaji sana on what we are doing is adaptability, because maintaining peace, it's not in terms of war peke yake. We have families. Yes. We have a lot of a place where in an event where location yenye tuna aim on promoting peace, it's at unrest. There's nothing going on well in that area. Even easy floods zenye tuna face at the moment, there's no peace, because there's a quarrels between those who are supposed to be taking care of those wenye they have been affected, and also there are those other small organizations zenye ziko hapo for something we call impact washing. You are just there as a name to receive the donations, but that money, after it crosses over to your organization, those people who are supposed to be getting the money hawazipati. So the impact washing we are trying to eliminate, and we're going to face a lot of challenges. So we should be ready and be able to adapt anytime we are faced with a certain situation. We will also be going in deep areas zenye we don't know how they are, the weather pia, and we are human, so we are prone to a lot of things, diseases, climate. So yeah, adaptability is a good thing. Most of it ni poa kuingiana na leaders. A leader who is fast to adapt situations is a recommendable leader.
Wanakuambia ni kiongozi ambaye anafaa kwa all weather.
Yani you're not supposed to say we can't do it sababu the weather the nini. That's why I'm here today. Nimepigana na mvua, nimepigana na baridi. And we're here.
Naam. Na tukiangalia sasa umeongelea kuhusiana na communication.
Yeah.
Upande wa kuna kiongozi ambaye kama vile umesema communication ni muhimu sana. Na kuna upande kuna kiongozi ambaye yeye ana make decision yeye peke yake. Hataki kuhusisha hata wale wadogo zake. Kiongozi kama huyo anakuwa vipi?
Nah, we can't call that person a leader. Okay, you might be a leader based on your story, and there are people who communicate in different ways. You might decide to communicate on ground, but tuseme naweza kuja leo na communication, but also in as much as you're giving that communication, make sure there's a time interval for the people you engage in to think about it. So your question is a leader who does not deploy communication at all. For me, that is not a good leader, but we can't weigh a leader on one one side peke yake sababu amekosa communication. Anaweza kuwa na other skills, he or she only needs to elevate on the communication part. So we also need to weigh some options for us to say this is a leader and this is not a leader. Yeah. There's no point of pointing fingers, huyu ana communication. So I deserve kuwa leader. We give room for expansion.
Sawa. Na kulingana na kubalance. Mtu anaweza balance vipi leadership na kazi yake ya kila siku ama the way of living, ama let's say wewe mfano wewe vile you are a leader. Yani una balance vipi leadership na whatever yenye inakuwa surrounding yako ama lifestyle yako?
Emotional intelligence. Your life, when you're dealing with your life, you are provoked emotionally most of the time. And if you bring your emotions to kazi, it affects a lot. So in as much as we are trying to balance the life, sisi ni binadamu, so we must deploy that aspect of emotional intelligence. If my life is not going okay, I should not use that situation or that circumstance to lower myself to a point mali nafaa kuwa na manage the organization imeenda chini. Na pia another thing is management. There's a difference between leadership and management. If you are a leader, your work is to oversee, to make sure the plans zinaendelea vizuri, to come up with those action plans. Now that is where the management team comes in. You have a secretary. Like now my part is the youth administration. There's that part of youth administration. There's that part of research. So as a leader unapata, if you've overseen your work, you have even the chance of planning your work for a whole week. Sababu you know what your work is, it's to oversee. And then from time to time you'll be controlling. So today I might be busy with my personal goals in life, but niko sure somewhere there's a management working on my work ama what I've deployed there. So it's about kujipanga. That aspect of emotional intelligence pia sana sana. I can't be bringing my moods kazi. Yeah. If things are not going okay for me, ipande ingine ya maisha, this side ya work I should be composed and calm. No. I should come na nijua I'm dealing with other people from different aspects of life. Kila mtu na maisha yake. Sababu we don't come from one field sisi wote. We are from different fields, and we are facing our own challenges every day. And also know how the current economy is at the moment. So yeah, that emotional intelligence is everything. The ability to express your energy, your area without showing negative attitude. And positive attitude pia is the key to everything. In as much as unapigana na maisha na una feel ngumu, with the right attitude and positive attitude, you are going to conquer.
Ndiyo.
Yeah.
Naam. Shukran sana Steve kwa kuweza kutuelezea machache kuhusiana na uongozi katika hii awamu ya kwanza. Tutakaporudi awamu ya pili tutaweza kuendelea zaidi kuhusiana na kufahamu nini haswa kimo ndani ya uongozi, ama tuweza kufahamu jinsi mtu anaweza kuwa kiongozi mzuri. Naam. Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya kwanza tukiwa naye Steven umeweza kusikia ama umeweza kupata mawili matatu kutoka kwake kuhusiana na swala zima la uongozi. Uongozi ni kitu ambacho kinafaa katika jamii, na wewe kama kuwa kiongozi lazima uweze kujifahamu pia na kuweza kufahamu mambo mengi kuhusiana na uongozi. Sawa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu tena katika awamu ya pili ya kipindi kipendacho Upeo wa Asubuhi ndani ya kitengo Gumzo La Vijana. Mpenzi mtazamaji, katika awamu ya kwanza tumeweza kufahamu kiongozi ni nani, na pia tukaangalia vigezo kadhaa ambavyo kiongozi anafaa kuwa navyo, haswa katika sisi vijana ambao tunaingia katika uongozi. Kila kukicha kuna watu wanatafuta uongozi sehemu kadha wa kadha, ima ni MCAs, ima ni mtu anataka kuwa MP ama member of parliament. Hapo tunafahamu zaidi wewe kama kijana ni vigezo vipi unavyofaa kuwa navyo kama kiongozi. Na tukielekea zaidi kwake Steven, tutaweza kufahamu zaidi masuala mengi kuhusiana na uongozi. Tukirudi kwako Steven. Na tukiangazia swala zima umeongelea kuhusiana na management. Tunataka kufahamu hasa hii leadership na management. ni vipi mtu anaweza kufanya kazi mara mbili? Kwa sababu naamini kiongozi anashughulikia masuala mengi. Na ukiangalia kiongozi, in as much as yeye ni leader, na upande mwingine pia kuna swala zima la management. Lazima ajue kujipanga. Ni vipi kiongozi ataweza kumanage between kazi zake na uongozi? Naam.
Ndo uweze kumanage kazi zako na both uongozi. I feel like a leader, not feeling, but it's a fact. A leader should have that accountability. You should be very accountable in everything that happens around the organization, to avoid being questioned from all corners and being bashed. Sana in terms of funding. Funds bring a lot of unnecessary commotion, because sisi wote, in as much as we're here to promote peace, we have different management teams. Some of us are volunteers, and some of us are leaders. So we all have to be in one space, but we can't fit in one space. So the work of the leader, in as much as you give the roles to people, also make sure they have the whole information on what's going around. Also be clear and have clarity on what you're expecting. Though if I don't do what you are expecting, you as the leader, don't come and bash me later. So I will have done what I was expected to do, but you didn't give clarity. So I'll give my story, not long one. Nikiwa high school, I was a soloist at music festival. Nikiwa Form 3, and I was leading a group of Form 4s. So the teacher came, alinichagua, the teacher in charge of music festival, and the reason was, these people when you're Form 4, ukieka people of the same level, hawezi heshimiana. Na hakuna level ingine iko juu ya Form 4, and the person who is supposed to lead should be a student. Now what the teacher came, alikuja akaselect, I was selected. One, I love doing music, but it's not my main thing. I used to do music back then. So the teacher came na akaniambia, you are young, but there's one thing I'm going to show you. In as much as you're specific with what you want, people are going to respect you. You stand on ground. You should be neutral. When an issue arises, don't be too fast to take sides. And asikiza story from both sides. You take your own time, go stand on a common ground that is going to favor both parties.
Ambapo pia naamini kama unavyosema tu, viongozi wengi siku hizi akipata upande mmoja haangalii upande mwingine. Yaani kuna zile two sides of a story. Hata kama ni kwa journalism, mtu unafanya journalism, unafaa kubase story yako, unaangalia huku na huku ndio uweze kubalance, na viongozi wengi huwa hawana hilo.
Now thank you. Now me learning from the teacher who is also a leader, sababu that was his department in leading the music. There was something I learned. He communicated. He told me what I'm supposed to expect from the big guys and what I should do. That was first. That was communication. Now from me, it was my turn to show clarity. Now I stand on ground. I go tell the guys, this is what we expected. Najua mimi ni mdogo, lakini this is what we expected. First, sisi wote to run smoothly. I give you your own, I stand on my own lane, you stand on your own lane. I've given you clarity and this is what I expect. There should not be commotion at the end of the day. Again, I communicate on time. Isifike mahali, we don't have time, but ndo sasa na communicate. You know, in as much as I might have the ability of decision making, not everyone around is going to be fast to make that decision. So I should communicate earlier, I should be clear, and also I should be neutral. You should stand on your ground without favoring anyone and listening from both parties. And make sure the decision that you make after standing on ground doesn't affect also the other parties that were not involved in this specific case. Unaona? Naweza kuja na niseme, I've taken sides, let's say. Nachukia mtu mmoja napenda mtu mwingine. But mtu napenda ndo ameshikilia a certain department. I might be doing wrong kumtoa yeye nibakishe mtu mwenyewe. Maybe he was the one mwenye ni wrong. Okay, though here we don't say someone is wrong. We say someone slipped. And as I've said, there's room for change. A leader is not perfect. At times we are supposed to have our own fallbacks. So after we did that and we went to music festival, tulipatwa na another challenge. Na this is where the adaptability and decision making aspects comes in. We went team tukiwa watu kidogo, but also we had wale watu wa kutusaidia with things, those students wenye mnekanga they guard the bags, your belongings nini. Tumefika national levels and sisi kukua less haiwezi fanya tutolewe sababu tumeingia kwa stage and now we can't perform because we are not hatujafika the number that is required. Here we had to come up with an idea haraka. So we saw the thing that is needed on the set ni number of people, and these people should have matching attires. So we had spare sheets kwa gari, but now you see hatuna watu. So we had now to go fast and look for people who are within what we are doing. We were doing those folk songs. Mtu mwenye anaweza adapt haraka to folk songs. So ndio sisi tunaenda tuangalia, we talk with other teachers na nini, and we performed. We got the right number of people and we performed. So these other people who we selected, anaweza sema they had those leadership skills and they came with that adaptability quality. And now for our case, we were so fast to exercise the decision making quality option in what we are doing. So for a leader, you must be in line with those things. Yeah, the decision making and adaptability sana. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Na kuhusiana na swala zima umeongelea kitu kizuri sana, teamwork. Imeonyesha kwamba katika mikakati yako ya kutafuta watu uliachieve vipi teamwork? Kwa sababu ni watu ambao ulikuwa unaongoza ni watu ambao ni wakubwa kukushinda wewe. Lakini ulimanage kuweka ile teamwork kwa sababu kiongozi ambaye hawezi kuweka watu wakajijenga pamoja ama watu kushirikiana inakuwa vigumu kwenda mbele. Uliachieve vipi kupata teamwork?
First, it's not easy. People are going to undermine you a lot. Kijana ni mdogo.
Sisi anatuambia nini?
Anatuambia nini? You know, alafu kuna wale watu wenye time yenye mnaenda you can't mix with them. You are not sharing a common role idea manini. So for us to achieve this teamwork, as I've said, I was clear with what I want. And we took action. Actually, you are not supposed to be soft. In as much as you're neutral and you should be understanding, you should have emotional intelligence, you should not also give people a chance to toy around with the emotions and with what you are trying to achieve. So we were not giving the form force the chance to mess around sababu ni wakubwa. The other people who wangetaka hiyo chance, but maybe they were kicked out because of their behavior and everything. And at Peace Pulse, we are aiming at change. We are taking everyone. Whether you have a dark past, whether wewe ni ule mtu mwenye hawezi kuwa controlled, we are bringing in everyone. So, what I used to do ni, mimi siwezi toa mtu. Italeta that nini. So I would just forward the names kwa mwalimu. And then he does the necessary action to be taken. But now I know the necessary action that can be taken now is sasa mimi nishakuwa leader. You don't entertain that nini sana. Today leo tunaweza ita mistake. Kesho tunaweza ita mistake. Lakini siku ya tatu mistake. The same.
The same unarudia tena.
No. Yeah.
Shukran sana Stephen. Na tukimalizia katika hii awamu ya pili ni vipi mtu how does discipline go hand in hand with leadership? How does this discipline contribute to good leadership?
You lead by example. If you don't have self-discipline, you can't be a leader because hata wewe mwenyewe utakuwa example kwako. So you know there are eyes on you. And inasema hata ukue mzuri aje, hakutaikosa mtu atasema you are a bad person. But now it's not your time to show people you are a bad person or a good person. You lead by example. If you feel now mimi sasa naweza lead watu wengine, you stand now, to me those things that you have them, those things zenye umeweka a list. This is what I'll be following. This is how my discipline looks like. Tuseme one form of discipline ni getting things done. If I as a leader I don't get things done, wananchi they won't get things done wenye sasa nataka wafanye. So in our team, if leo nimekuja nimesema I'm giving you assignment and you should submit it kesho, but mimi I don't submit. So other people will be like, so there's deadline. Si mkubwa haja.
Nakwambia kama yeye hajaweka mpya siweke.
Hakuna shida, acha tungoje yake. So watu watakuwa na ngoja ile siku wewe utasubmit ndo watasubmit. Unaona? Yeah.
Which ni kitu ambacho najua wengi ambao siku hizi wako hivyo.
Actually, the youth, sisi wenyewe, we have to work sana on self-discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation of success, what I would say, from what I've been learning. And without discipline, you're not going anywhere. Yeah.
So tukimalizia sasa, utamwambia nini ama utampa moyo vipi kijana ambaye anataka kuingia katika uongozi, ama labda kuna mtu akunilefia mimi kweli naweza kuongoza, kwa sababu I believe kuna mahali ndipo mtu anaanzia. Ule mtu anaweza anzia wapi ku achieve ile ability ya yeye kwa kiongozi bora?
There is hope. And leadership is not an easy journey. It's a journey yenye wewe umejitolea. You are ready to invest, not in terms of funding peke yake. You are ready to invest your time there. You are ready to invest your skills. You are ready to invest your ideas. You are ready to invest your emotions sana. And also you are ready for any change that might arise on your journey. And pia as a youth tuko under pressure sahi. This is the age limit yenye you're supposed to have a lot on your plate. You're supposed to make it. You're supposed to show the world who you are.
Na watu wanakutegemea kila mahali.
Sana responsibilities. And leadership is a whole responsible role kivyake. Comes with a lot of baggage, a lot of burdens. And you as a youth hapo nje, it's not too late. I am 22 at the moment. And my aim at 27 ni in the next 5 to 6 years I will be neza stand firm on ground. Na niseme now the decision that I am making it without being influenced by someone, but I am making it because it is the right decision for all of us at this space. So there's hope, and one thing you should know ni hautakosa mawe. Mawe hautakosa. Hata ukue mzuri aje, hautakosa mawe. Kitu ya pili, in as much as you want to be a leader, you should learn how to balance personal life and leadership life. And also, self-discipline is everything. Ukiwa na self-discipline, you're good to go. That is the only investment you should have, personal, self-discipline.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Asante sana kwa kuweza kuwa na sisi katika toka tulipoanza kipindi chetu hadi hapa tumefikia mwisho. Asante sana, na tutazidi kuwa na wewe katika vipindi vinavyokuja ili tuweze kufahamu zaidi kuhusiana na uongozi, kuhusiana na nini. Na asante kwa kuweza kumjuza mpenzi mtazamaji vigezo, qualities of a good leader, leadership skills anazokufaa kuwa nazo, leadership and management, na pia kuhusiana na mtu kuwa na discipline ambao umesisitiza sana. Self discipline muhimu sana. Asante sana.
Thank you for having me here.
Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya pili ukiwa na Stephen katika studio zetu za Mahditv umeweza kufahamu mawili matatu aliyoyasema, na kwa kweli ameweza kusema mengi kuhusiana na uongozi, haswa wewe kama kijana mtaani unaitaka kuwa kiongozi wa kesho, na pia unaambia uongozi unaanza sasa hivi, usisubirie kesho ndio ukafanya jambo lako. Kufikia hapo mpenzi mtazamaji, sina mengi ya kusema isipokuwa kukwambia masa.